comfort zone, but I'm stretching. I've posted pictures I never thought in a million years I'd post for the whole world to see, but I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So my story today, as
you do it, it's easier.
Yeah, I don't think too much about it now. I have a few friends that I'm a little worried, guys that'll make lewd comments, but it is what it is. They're dudes. Anyway, so I was at work today and I was getting ready to leave, and I went to the bathroom quick before having to jump in my car and run to the hotel, and 3 of the ladies from work were changing into workout clothes. And I said, "Oh, are you going walking around the outside of the arena? We have a indoor driving arena for Bobcat where we can actually test machines and dig and everything, even in the dead of winter. And it's a pretty big campus. So I said, are you going to like walk around the outside? And oh no, that we're going to do the 21-day fix in the prairie room. It's all set up. We do it every Monday through Thursday at 4:20. Really? So I was like,
awesome.
I said, oh my God, are you serious? And they said, yeah. I go, I'm a beach body coach. Are you really? Yeah. So I have 3 gals that want information on Shakeology. And I said, next week when I'm here, I'm bringing my workout clothes. I'm not going to waste my time in the hotel. I'm going to work out with you girls.
That's awesome.
I was
awesome.
super excited. And it was a chance meeting. Had I not had to go to the bathroom at that point, I would have never knew they even did it.
Yeah, or you could have chose not to say anything to them.
Yep.
But you had that quick conversation.
Yep. And so at least, there's 2 of them said, I'm really interested in Shakeology. I drink something now, but I've heard really good things. So, and I happen to have, I always throw sample packs, so that's one thing that I've invested in to be able to grow that portion of it is the sample packs. So I had a couple sample packs of greenberry. And so I told them, I said, find me tomorrow and I'll get you guys each a sample of the greenberry because I have the little pouches of it, and then you can at least try that one. And then I said, next week when I come back, I might have the cafe latte samples that I'll be able to share with you if you want to try those. And if I don't next week, I'll be back the week after and I'll be able to share with you then. So it was, it was a chance thing, but I mean, it was fortunate, and maybe it'll generate something,
Absolutely.
And I did have a friend that she's been a friend for 17 years, and she's nearing her 50th birthday. And she actually she emailed me on one of my posts that I put on Facebook before, I don't know, I think it was maybe when we went down to one of Jacob's wrestling tournaments, and I said, or Hunters, I think, failure to plan is planning to fail, and I'm not going to fail. And so I had a picture of my food laid out and all the different things. I think it was Rotary, actually.
Yeah.
To Rotary out in Bismarck. Mm-hmm. And she said, oh my God, it struck a nerve. I need to sit down with you. So her and I are having an early dinner in Fargo on Monday to sit and go through the different programs and figure out what's going to work for her and what she wants to try. And because she and I are kindred souls. We are mothers of boys, and our boys are all close in age, and she travels for work. She's an engineer by education, as I am, and that's kind of how we connected way back when, and we both travel a lot for work. She was in Daytona, Florida. She texted me on Sunday from Florida, and I said, well, I'm not really as cool because I'm only in Bismarck, so here's the picture of my hotel as you send me the Daytona Speedway. I'm in Bismarck. But, yeah. But that was another one I never really thought of. She's got celiacs, and so she's got some nutrition limits and things like that. And I never really thought she would be one that would want to work out. And I never would have reached out to her about it ever in a million years. She would not be on my radar for this, for a Beachbody program or any of that. And fortunate that she reached out to me, and it may result in a challenge pack sale. It may not, but at least I know that she wants to sit down and talk about it, and I would love to help her. And
even if you can help her with meal planning or whatever. That's what I like about it. Or at least there's something that you can teach her, because she's coming to you because she trusts you. And
I'm excited. I've had more activity in the last week, and really not necessarily, I will tell you, this morning I made a conscious effort. I touched base with my one sister-in-law who bought 21 Day Fix for me, and she's going to restart in my challenge group. But I talked to her about Shakeology, and her and my brother-in-law are interested in at least trying it for a month and seeing what they think. I reached out to my other sister-in-law who's doing Profile, which I think is really actually kind of expensive when you think about it.
It is. It is.
It's not cheap. And she's a single mom on fixed income, you know, so I just can't imagine, I don't know. So I reached out to her.
And Stacy, even if they want to try it for a month, I always say to still invite them to do the home direct. And all I do is I say this, I just say, you know what, it's still a really good idea to do the home direct, because if you do like it, then you can just keep getting it. And if you don't, you can just cancel it and you won't be charged. I mean, there's no fee for canceling.
And even if you don't cancel it, before they send it to you, you can say, I want to cancel it. And they'll send you a dang label to send it back. That's the great thing about it. Don't open the bag, just send it directly back.
Because otherwise it's such a pain to reorder and then to try to get it so you're not so you're not doubling up or whatever.
And that's a good point, because, you know, I have a couple that may just do Shakeology and not buy a challenge pack. So. And
that's been my last two. Actually, I just had one last night. They didn't want any fitness program, and that's totally fine. You know, he just wanted just the Shakeology. So
here's the funny part. Okay, so this is the cheap person in me. So with the challenge packs that are out there, you can get one for $10.
Right.
You can get the program for $10. Sell it on Facebook Classifieds for $60. You'll make your money back. You know what? You know.
And actually, if I kind of know the person, I will even say, you know what? If you'll buy the challenge pack, I'll pay you the difference, and so I can have the 21 Day Fix or the 21 Day Fix Extreme for a giveaway.
Yep.
That's a $60 program that I can give away to somebody and I've only invested $10 into it.
Right.
So I would gladly pay $10 and be able to give that away to somebody.
Yep.
So, and that was my next thing I was going to talk about is inviting, because I know it is one of the hardest parts about, you know, that's probably my hardest part too, is, you know, what I always say is eat that frog. That's my hardest thing. Like, I can post all day long, but my hardest thing is to throw out 3 invitations to people. I have to say it's gotten a lot easier, but like I was talking to one of my other coaches, and she said, I'd rather post 20 really interesting and intriguing posts to get people to talk to me, to come to me about it, than for me to have to invite them. So, you know, the more content you can put out there on social media, the more engaging that you can be. You know, it just makes it that much easier, and people will come to you. But we still have to invite at least 3 people. So every day you're going to want to do this. You're going to want to add 3 new friends or followers to your Facebook page so you can grow your followers or your friends on Facebook. So add 3 new friends. You're going to want to contact at least 3 people from your contact list and engage them. So like Laura Lee, I challenged her to make a list of 25 people and invite 25 people by Sunday. And I'm checking in with her tomorrow to make sure that she's got the list created. But, you know, post engaging content, and people will come to you and they'll be engaged on your social media page. But otherwise, I just, you know, as you're going through, make conversation with people. And it doesn't have to be Beachbody related, but just make conversation. You know, people love compliments. So throw compliments out there where they're due. A lot of people do post that, you know, I did my workout today, and ask them what workout they're doing or what they're doing, or just engage in conversation. And it doesn't have to be all Beachbody all the time. Another thing I thought of is, so you want to be as interesting as possible on your social media page so people ask you what you're doing. But by inviting someone into a challenge group, you know, people sit around in the background and they're just watching you, but they don't have that courage to just throw you a message. But they might be sitting there waiting for you to contact them. I have done it several times, and I can't believe the number of people who said, I'm so glad that you contacted me, because they're scared to contact you, and you might be the one that gives them that glimmer of hope, you know, that they could change their life. Maybe they'll finally turn that page, you know, to making a new life for themselves. So just invite 3 people a day, 3 people. At the end of the day, you want to do one thing, and this is what I do it every night. Before I close my computer, I just make sure that I reevaluate. Like, do you guys know the business activity tracker? Does anybody use that, or has anybody followed that?
I had used it on and off, but I don't right now.
Okay. So
but I think I need to, because I was just writing down a list of the people that I've reached out to in the last probably 2 or 3 days. And I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 people that I've touched base on this stuff. And I can't keep it straight if I don't write down.
Right. And so
who I talk to. And
the business activity tracker is like a lifesaver for me. But I go through it at the end of every day, and I just make sure that I can check mark everything off. You know, that I did my workout, that I drank my Shakeology, that I did my 10 minutes of personal development. I love listening. I love listening into other, you know, more top elite coaches. I go into their YouTube channels and I watch it on leadership, because that's one part that I'm still struggling with. Is I want to get better at coach training, so I can, you know, I can help other people grow their business. So I'm trying to learn from those who have been there and done that. So I try to stay connected as far as that's concerned. The national wake-up call every Monday. I generally am not able to actually join in on the national wake-up call because I work every Monday. But I always make it a point to listen to the recording on Tuesday morning. Always jump in on the team calls on Monday nights, and if you can't be on the team call, they also play the recording in the Fit for Life Coaching Facebook page. So make sure to catch that recording as well. So you're staying connected to your team. So the business activity tracker, I go through it at the end of the night, and I just make sure that I have done each of those specific tasks throughout my day. And if I did it, then I feel like, okay, I can go to bed now because I've done what I needed to do. My hardest and most challenging part, and it's probably even more challenging for me than inviting, is my personal development. I don't know, we may have all talked about Audible, but it's been a lifesaver for me, and I have probably listened to more personal development in the last 2 weeks than I have read in the last year. It's Amazon Audible, and it's an app on your phone you can download. And I listen to it in the car. I listen to it when I'm on the treadmill or on the elliptical or.
So is there a charge for the products you listen to?
There's a charge for the books. So the app
if you're a Prime member, is there?
Yes, there is.
So, dang.
So you buy your book, but the book is automatically downloaded into the app.
Okay.
And what I like about it is I can go right back into the app, and my book is there right where I left off. So all I have to do is push play again, and it just picks up from where I left off.
You can play that over your Bluetooth in your car?
Yes. Uh-huh.
I figured so. I don't know why I asked that, but I just wanted
Yep.
to make sure.
So I don't know. It's probably the only way I'll ever get my personal development in. So that has been a lifesaver for me. About posting, you're going to probably want to post about 3 times a week for your upcoming challenge group. So if you're having to say you're going to hold a challenge group the second week in March, you're going to want to post maybe 3 times a week between now and then about your upcoming challenge group. So people know that, you know, you have another one starting, and you can invite them into that challenge group for your upcoming. Message at least 3 people a day who've expressed interest in hearing about what you have to offer. 3 times a month, they say to post before and after pictures. What I actually found is that I like how they're doing it with like Hammer and Chisel, for example. They're saying to do it after your first month to show your results, and then show your results again after your final, so after the 8 weeks. So I've always just thought to show the before and after, but I like the idea of posting the before and then halfway and then do your after. It's a little more engaging for people to see that they're going to get results in 4 weeks too.
That's what I thought about for the 21-day challenge, because 7 goes into 21 3 times. So you could post your, you know, first day, your, you know, and then post on 7th, 14th, 21st.
21. Yep.
And that 21, and then everybody's getting a nice view of what's happening with your body. I thought about that today too, which I think will help boost sales, because if people see you're doing good and you're doing it, then I think they'll be like, hey, I want to.
Yeah, and it actually, to actually see the result. And pictures are worth 1,000 words. I mean, you know, you can talk about it all you want, but when you actually see pictures of people's transformations, to me, I mean, that says it all. So just write down, maybe we should all just go around and just maybe give a idea of what your goals are for February. Of course, goals aren't set in stone, but at least, you know, it's something to work towards, and it's kind of a roadmap for the month.
I can start.
Has anyone set goals for themselves for the month of February?
I have. I'd like to sign 2 coaches and at least start 3 people on Shakeology, and learn how to use that video where you can make the videos, the pick, play, post.
Yep.
I want to learn that so I can start posting exercise videos when I'm actually working out, like you do on your page, because I like to watch that, and I mean, that interests me. And I watch it every day. Everybody posts one, so those are my goals.
Those are good goals. Now you have one coach. Brenda has one coach underneath her. She has her daughter. So if you get one more coach, then you would advance to Emerald rank.
Right, which is the goal.
Yeah.
Just keep going up that ladder, because this, for you guys, I know you all have other jobs. This is what I want to do. I mean, I don't want to do anything else. My son, my ex-husband and I are divorced, so he lived with me for the last 6 years, and I've been a stay-at-home mom. But now he's going to school in Breckenridge because he wasn't being a good boy with his grades, but he's a good kid. So I have weekends. I don't want anything to come in between that. I don't want to have to say, oh, I can't see you this weekend because I have to, you know, work a 16-hour shift. I don't want to do any of that anymore. I just want, when it's time for family, I want it to be family. And, you know, I have 4 grandkids that I want to see. So for me, I want to build this into a real business to where this is what I do. So I'm really love these calls, because it's nice to get input from all of you, and to hear that, you know, it is hard to, even for me, and I'm a jabber, blah, 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 all the time, but I have a really hard time approaching people and bringing it up. But the other day in Frying Pan, after a piano recital, I was talking to a gal I've known forever, and we just started talking about our struggles with weight, and, you know, how we get older, and I'm 47. I think she's got to be around the same age. You know, she's starting menopause. I have not yet, and I hope there's a while down the road before I have to do that, but I did have perimenopause. So we discussed that. And so, you know, I'm just telling her, this stuff is great. You know, I feel great. Give me a call. And I've contacted her this week, and just to say hi and say, hey, you know, thinking about you. Just remember, if you want someone to be there, I'll be there. We'll do this together. So I find that just bringing out the good bullshitter in me. I'm getting people to talk about, well, what are you doing? And you know, it's obvious I've lost weight. So that's to other people who haven't seen me for a while, they're like, whoa, lost a lot of weight. So, you know, these are all good things, because then too, they know people always think, oh, she's skinny, she's perfect shape, you know, and I'm not. But, you know, when you walk up to a girl that is so perfect and beautiful, a lot of times that's intimidating. So this way they can see, no, I'm not perfect. I have a lot of work to do, you know.
And you don't have to be a coach. And that's one thing I think a lot of people, they get that misconstrued, is they think they have to be at their goal weight, or they have to be, you know, at a certain goal as far as, you know, I've done a whole program, or that's the whole point, is that you're doing it together and that you're all on a journey together. So it's good.
My goal is probably, it's not as in-depth as Brenda's, and probably not, maybe I'm not pushing myself. I don't know. My goal is to hit SC5. I've never hit SC5 yet since being a coach, and so that's my goal. I just have to tell you, I just got a text from somebody, and hey, are you doing a challenge group on Monday? Put me in. Just as we're sitting here, no lie. So can't make this stuff up. It's just awesome. Anyway, yeah. So I want to be SC5.
It's empowering too, like, and it keeps you motivated and you accountable.
Well, and this is one, she's like me. She's got, I don't know, a dozen programs of Beachbody, but I am pushing her to do Shakeology as a commitment. Okay, so you're going to do the challenge group, but I want you to commit to Shakeology, because she's been in the 2 that I've run so far. She's been part of them, and she's tough to get to stick to it. And she goes, I really need your nagging in prime form this time around, like super nagging. I can do that. Ask my husband. I'm good at it.
I've had a gal that's been in my challenge group since the first one I ran, who is just signing up for Shakeology now, and it's been just over a year ago, she was in my first challenge group. And she's been with me ever since, and I've enjoyed her, and she's been participating ever since. And she finally wants to, you know, so just because it wasn't right for her a year ago,
right?
You know, it's not, she said no to me a year ago. And now a year later, she's like, all right, I think I'm going to do this. So you don't ever know. Like,
right. Yep.
But I also hear that, you know, I talked to a gentleman last night. He's a very avid runner. He's done marathon after marathon. He said, you know, a lot of people come and go, and they're not, you know, you always kind of watch people to see if it's something that they're going to stick with. And he goes, you're pretty persistent, so I think I'm going to have to try that stuff out, you know. So he's going to sign up for Shakeology because he's been watching me, but I didn't even know it. He said, you know, he's been watching my posts. I had no clue he doesn't like anything. He doesn't comment on anything. And then he calls me up last night, and he's like,
stalker. You have a stalker.
Yeah, I've known him from running. But, I mean, those are the people who are like, they're in the background watching you.
Yeah. So, hey, I have a question. Is cafe latte, is that gluten-free?
Okay, so Shakeology is gluten-free.
All of it?
However, it can't be certified as gluten-free because it's still made in a facility that has products with wheat in it.
Well, and I know people that drink that and have celiacs that still love it. I just wanted clarification, because like I said, that girl I'm meeting with on Monday has celiac disease, and then the gal that texted me tonight also. And so,
Laura Lee, am I right how I said that?
Yep, you are right on.
Okay.
Yep.
I
think with your ones that are the celiac disease, they just are going to have to try it to see if their body, I mean, they have no way of knowing unless they try it. It also depends on how severe their disease is.
Okay.
So, and maybe I know the gal that texted me, she's drank it before and she doesn't have an issue with it. But the gal I'm meeting with on Monday, maybe I'll give her a sample of I only do the vegan ones except for, I do green berry, tropical strawberry, and vegan chocolate. So I'll give her a sample of those ones until my cafe latte comes in, and then let her at least try it.
Yeah. And I mean, even if she did invest in the bags, there's the guarantee.
Right. Yeah. True.
And so get her hooked. At least make that commitment.
Yeah.
And because she's got nothing to lose and everything to gain. I
mean, it's the empty bag guarantee. Try the whole bag and give it back if you don't like it, and we'll reimburse you.
I mean, seriously, that is ultimately that is a guarantee. You can eat the whole bag and send it back if you don't like it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And that's another thing I really make sure I tell people that too. I mean, I really push that guarantee because, we all like to be able to return something if we don't like it.
Well, and I think it really gives them that peace of mind. Hey, I'm gonna, number one, it gives them I can commit to this without having to worry that I'm wasting my money. Yep. I can get my money back.
I can get my money back. Yeah. Yeah, we all like that. So, Laura Lee, goals for February?
To get my list.
Good.
And then I guess I'm just gonna try to go for the SC5. I mean, what have I got? I got to start somewhere.
Yep.
And I just want to try to do. I've not even been intentional at all about inviting. I don't want to be sales pitchy. I just don't. So I feel like I'm already stretching myself with some of the posts because I don't want my Facebook page to so I really try to change it up. So, but I know people are watching for consistency, so I know I have to stick with that. So now that I started it. So I guess that would be just the S5 invites. Just try to get, I don't know if I can commit to 3 invites a day, but I'll try.
And then pretty soon it's like follow-ups too. Pretty soon, you might have already invited, I don't know, say you have a week's worth of invites, but now maybe next week you're going to go back and you're going to have to do all those follow-ups. So
right.
So our upline coach, Scotty he has this perfect outline of a list of what to do each day. It's like 10 things to do to be successful, and I'll post that into our group page.
That'd be great.
Yeah, it's a nice little checklist. And another thing is just that business activity tracker. It's just a great tool. Just even if you don't write into it, at least it's like a mental image of
Do you print it off?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I do print it off, and I have a binder. So I just go through every month. I mean, I have a whole binder full of them. So because they're weekly. Like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm finding that I'm still very much a hardcore. The computer, I do better with paper.
Yep, me too. I got my planner. I got my binders. I'm a paper pusher. So, any questions?
No, but I just have to tell you, my Energize is on its way, and I can hardly wait.
Your what?
My Energize. I'm going on 4 hours of sleep here, ladies, so I'm a little tapped out tonight. But Energize is going to be the best thing ever.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, I did the sampler. I just did the sampler of all of it just to try all of them to see if I want the flavor and whatever. Yeah, I have the cover coming too. Both of them.
They're my favorite. I love them. I use them every day.
Well, and it's convenient that they put them in a little bundle for us to buy like that.
Right? Can't get much easier. Okay, we'll plan to do this. Does every Wednesday night work for you guys? Because I think it's just important to connect every week.
Yep, Wednesdays are good for me.
Okay. And now that we kind of all got to know each other this time around, it won't take quite as long next week and the week after, but at least we can cover some content, and if we have questions, we can reconnect next week at 8:30.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you.
Nice seeing everybody.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Bye.